So yeah, I mean, to spread joy is like just shine. Like, you just shine as who you are, because that internal sun is just, that's what it does. When you look at the sun just shines. That's what it is. Like, it does. The sun doesn't decide to shine. There aren't moments where it shines and moments where it doesn't shine. It's always shining, and it's always going to shine until the end of its life. And that's our internal sun. Our internal sun is always going to shine until we transition. And then, even then, like, who knows? Like, does that sun ever go out? I don't know. I mean, maybe it just takes another form. But it's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's the one thing that we really do want. Everybody wants joy. Everybody, be feeling happy every now and then. Like, it just keeps you on a hamster wheel. Like, it just keeps you on a loop, chasing things, looking for things, just trying to satisfy the next want or desire. Like, do you get the best out of life with that? Do you really feel the best fruits of life, the ripest fruits of life? I would say no. I would not. I would say no. Like, the real fruit of life is joy. Like, that's like the best fruit of life is joy, because it's not dependent on anything. Like, it's not something that you seek for, because joy is causeless. Joy is not independent. Joy is independent. Joy is independent. So anything that isn't joy is a distraction from it, if you get what I'm saying. Like, even to look for satisfaction, or to feel happiness, and because joy is not happiness. Joy is deeper, is subtler than that. Like, there's so much that I can say, but at the same time, like, there's so much that I don't want to say. Like, there's so much I can say, but there's so much that I don't want to say, because there's no point. That's always the dilemma. That's always my problem. Like, there's no point. I mean, the point is whatever point I make it. Damn, it's really getting hot in here. The point is whatever point I make it. Pretty sure it's like 20 degrees outside. I was dressed for 10. There's a big difference between 20 degrees and 10 degrees. But yeah, I mean, it's hard when you really have a deep understanding of something, and like, you don't want to say something, and then someone who doesn't have that understanding takes it and then runs the wrong way. I mean, does that matter to me? No. Am I responsible for that? No. I'm only responsible for sharing my opinion, sharing my perspective, and that's about it. I mean, so realistically, I really shouldn't care, but there's no but. That's it. Like, I shouldn't care. The but is that I do, and so it's like, okay, I do care, but I don't have to. But yeah, I mean, my perspective is that everything is like, that's it. Like, you have to settle into just that. Like, you can't try and make it something. You can't try and make something to be what it's not. Like, you can't look at something, judge it, and then say like, oh, that's what it is. It's like, no, it was before you judged it, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I like using trees as an example, because who really gives a flip about trees? Like, I you can love trees, but can you really hate trees? Like, what are you hating trees for? I mean, That's some real low life activity to hate a tree. Like, that's damn. Like, you gotta do better, man. Trees ain't do nothing to you. Literally, like, they're just standing there. Like, they're not doing anything to anybody, unless, you know, something happens and it falls on your house or something. Then I guess maybe, all right, you might have some trauma relating to trees, but there's still no need to hate the tree. The tree didn't decide, hey, I'm just gonna fall one day. Like, no, like, something happened, it couldn't stand anymore and it fell. But you look at a tree and you say, oh, the tree is bad. The tree is not bad. The tree is not inherently bad. The tree inherently is. Like, spirituality is about looking, or maybe not even spirituality, but just something deep is about looking at something at a fundamental level, looking at something at an inherent level. And that level is the level pre-judgment, pre-cognition. Like, before you could even think about it, what is it? And it's like, the only thing to say, you can't give a description because that's, again, cognition. You can't give a conclusion. You can't even display, you can't even mention a fact. Like, you can't even say, oh, it's brown, or, you know, it's tall. Like, those are descriptions, those are judgments. You know, you have to analyze the tree in order to come to that conclusion, in order to say these things. So prior to that, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very deep. It's on a deep level. This is where we're going. What is it? What is a tree? It is. Like, I mean, it just is. And then so now when you look at the tree and you say, okay, it just is, you can say that about everything. You can say that about anything. Everything is. Everything is. And this is the being. This is the being of that, you know, spirituality. I did mention it was a spiritual perspective. This was spirituality. That's the essence of spirituality, is the fact that everything is. There is. Like, there is. The fact that there is. The fact that I'm speaking to whoever's listening. The fact that whoever's listening is hearing me speak. Like, none of that could be if there wasn't. If you understand what I'm saying. So the fact that there is, like, that's what being is. I don't know if I've ever explained it that way. I don't know if anybody's ever explained it that way. But it's the simplest thing. The literal simplest thing. And the mind doesn't like that. The mind can't go there. The mind is built. The mind is tuned for complexity. The mind is a problem-solving tool. And so when it's introduced with something that inherently has no problem, because being inherently has no problem, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing to solve about existence. Like, there's nothing to solve. Like, it's the first fundamental fact. There's nothing about it, nothing more to it. But then the mind says, no, there has to be. And so it says, oh, you know, we create language, and then we create, you know, all these things, and then we have, like, feelings and associations towards certain things. All that is just the human condition. None of that is fundamental. None of that is objective. So what are we doing here? Why are we here? Like, why can't we just be simple again? Like, why can't we just take things easy again? How we used to. You know, we came onto the planet taking things easy, and then we just got too much involved in our minds. Society as a whole was just too invested in the mind, the human mind. And, you know, all these advancements, oh, technology, oh, science, oh, we could know it all, says the mind, says the reasoning, human reasoning, says the intellect. We can know it all. But it's like, we already know enough. We don't need to know anymore. That's the problem. We can, and it's beautiful. But it has to be counteracted with the fact that we know enough. We do. We know what is. We know existence. That's the point. The point is, take it how you must. But we're doing too much, man. We're doing too much. Can't keep doing so much. That's the problem. We're doing too much. There's no balance. The key to life is balance. That's what's keeping everything afloat. Is balance. Everything. When you look at the universe, everything is balanced. And as humans, that's the first thing we have to learn. Balance. We can't go nowhere if we can't even balance ourselves. And it's just like, okay, yeah, we got the basics of balance, but balance is such a deep, there's so much to balance. Literally, there is so much to balance. Everything needs to be balanced. And what is everything? Everything is. Don't forget, everything is. We need to balance everything, but everything is. Like, it's not complex, it's simple. There's a lot, but it's not complex. It's really not. It can be, but that's just on the level of mind here, the thinking, analytics, intellect. It's on the level of intellect. So what are we doing? We're doing too much. We need to ease off. We need to relax. We need to unwind. Because everything is, the nature of everything is to be. And the experience of that is peace. That's peace. When you can look at everything being, just when you can look at existence and not put a label on it, not determine it to be something, not try to, believe that it's what you think it is, or give it a name and judge it. It's peace. It's peace. And so I just want to just sit in peace for a little bit. It's my favorite thing to do, believe it or not. I mean, people, oh, it's boring. Yeah, it says your unregulated nervous system. It says your wired up nervous system. Your wired up mind. The mind that can't sit still. The mind that does not know stillness. The mind doesn't even know stillness exists. Or the mind that doesn't know stillness exists. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And it takes time to get here. This isn't just something you could just wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm just going to be in peace. You can choose to look for peace, to seek for peace. You can choose that. But your body has to catch up. Your body has to catch up. It's not your mind that has to catch up. I mean, I've been talking about mind, bro. Honestly, forget about the mind. Forget about the mind. Like, what is the mind? Like, what exactly is the mind? I don't know. All I see are thoughts and the body. That's it. I don't even really see a world. The body sees the world. I don't see a world. I see the body, which is seeing the world. But I myself, what world? There's just the body, and the body has its environment. Apparently. Like, we don't even know if that's even true. Like, could all just be a simulation, like they say. I mean, who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? I don't. I literally don't. I can't touch a world without having a body. So it's like, if I need a body to experience a world, am I experiencing a world or am I experiencing a body? It's just process of elimination. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, it's just the body. I could say it 1,000 different ways, but it's always going to lead to the same point. It's just the body. There's not even a mind. There is an awake experience, an experience of being awake, an experience of being a self. And that's consciousness. And then there's thoughts. That's the brain, which exists in what? The body. So the brain is the body. Thoughts are a result of the body, not the mind. This metaphysical mind. I mean, you can work with it. You can do stuff with it. It's a great concept. It's a great idea. But in experience, what is that? I don't know. So yeah, the body catches up. The body needs to catch up. The body needs to regulate itself. It needs to align itself. The body needs to align itself with whatever consciousness is focused upon, whatever consciousness is perceiving within the body. Because consciousness is the observing principle of our experience, of our reality. Consciousness is what allows one to be aware. I mean, you could even say consciousness is awareness itself. Like, consciousness is awareness. Consciousness is what is aware. So it's like to say, oh yeah, I'm aware. You could, consciousness is aware. I am consciousness. It's vice versa. I don't even like saying consciousness, bro. Everybody say consciousness. Like, it's just too much consciousness nowadays. Like, I just hear it too much. It's I. Like, it's the individual self that I believe that I am. Not that I believe that I am. It's the individual self that I experience myself to be. The individual self that is here and now. Like, that is just what it is. But it's like, no, I'm getting off topic. What was I saying? So yeah, you need to regulate. The nervous system needs to catch up to whatever kind. So if consciousness is observing, the body, then yeah, the body's going to be wired to that. The body's going to be wired to what it's doing. It's going to be wired to itself. It's it's a self-replicating loop, and it's just looping in on itself continuously. Just to wake up every day. Oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, I gotta do this. It gets tiring. To me, that gets boring. That gets too much. It's just like, oh, here I am again. Like, here I am again. Like, I get tired of that. It's just like, bro, like, is that true? Like, do I even want to believe this? Like, here I am again. I don't have to believe that. I don't. Because if I'm observing, right, as consciousness, I'm observing. Clearly, there's a distinction. There's always a step back that I can take. So, do I have to observe this stuff, or can I observe the observation? Consciousness has the uncanny ability of observing itself. I'm like, oh, consciousness can't observe itself. Yeah, it can. That's what it's doing right now. It's doing it right now. You wouldn't be able to ask these questions. You wouldn't be able to formulate these sentences. You wouldn't, you could, but you wouldn't know that you're formulating these sentences. That's the key. You wouldn't even have an awareness of the questions being formulated in the human mind, in the human brain, if consciousness couldn't observe itself, right? Consciousness can't observe itself from its own perspective. That's the key. It needs to adopt another perspective. That's why there are a multitude and a complexity of beings, or seemingly separate beings. It's so that consciousness can observe itself from all possible perspectives while sacrificing the ultimate one perspective, which is existence itself. Can you imagine just existing, no body, no brain, no nothing, and could you be anything? You couldn't be anything without being something. You feel it sounds crazy. It sounds like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it is what it is. This is just my perspective, bro. This is the opinion. These are it's the way I see it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not even an opinion. It's just, this is just thought processes. This is philosophy, you you really want to dig deep, find the root, find the roots of thought. Where's the source? Have you ever thought of where your thoughts even come from? Have you ever thought of where your thoughts come from? Really think, where the thoughts come from? The brain. I just said that. But the experience though, it's yeah, you could rationalize all the brain. But why is in the experience itself? In experience, you hear quacks. Quacks come from ducks, In experience, everything has its source in experience. Quacks come from ducks. Light comes from the sun. Oxygen comes from the trees. The things come from somewhere. Gas comes from cars. Smells come. The smell of gasoline comes from cars. Things come from things. Things comes from. There's always a source. And so now, again, in experience, where is the source of thought? Who thinks? Who is thinking? It's yeah, your mind is thinking, but again, that's just an idea. That's a concept. What is the mind? Oh, it's my mind. What exactly is the mind? Let's investigate. Let's break it down. What is the mind? Where's the mind? Do we know? I don't know. I mean, in my experience, it seems like I am the source of thought. Even thoughts that don't sound like me is still a thought that I think. These are things that I hear internally, but at the same time, you know what? Yeah, I'm getting way too off topic. The point that we were talking about joy. We were talking about just plain existence. I'll save this for another video. That's what happens sometimes. I just be going off topic, but yeah. I mean, we need to go back to simplicity. We need to make things simple again. The reason why I get off topic and I start rambling is because it's fun. It's fun to think initially, but then once things start getting out of control, when you don't have that balance, when you can't counteract your thinking with being, then it becomes a struggle. Now you're beginning to get caught up in the body, not the mind, the body. Because there's a reason why thoughts have feelings attached to them, is because it comes from the body. It's the body. We need to be in tune with the body. The body needs to be in tune with its source. Oh, I shouldn't say that. That could be confusing. The body should be in tune with consciousness. The body should be in tune with existence. The body needs to remember, oh wait, that's it. Like that's literally it. Oh wait. And then nothing can be said about it. Like that's it. What's going on? Like, think of it as an unanswered question. Like, you ask the question and inherently, like, there's no answer. And it's like, oh, no answer is the answer. Clock it. Lock in. You don't need to think about it. You're trying to think about it, but you can't. Inherently, you can't, because there's nothing to think about. Clock it. Please, pay attention. Understand. Inner. It's inner. Inward. I digress. I digress. But yeah, good chat, good talk. Make things simple again, please. We need to make things simple again. MTSA. Yeah, we're getting out of control. We're getting out of control, and you know, things got to get out of control so that we can value them being in control. I mean, I feel like we've taken everything being in control for granted, because there is no control. Inherently, there is no control. There is nothing to control. And so then when things are in control, it's like we think, oh yeah, this is how things are. It's like, no, there's nothing to control. So the illusion of things being in control needs to be balanced by the illusion of things being out of control. Do you see that? I see it. Everything has to be balanced. As I said earlier, there's a balance for everything. That's why it's ups and downs, highs and lows, crests and, what is it? Troughs, hills and valleys, hills and valleys. That's just the key of life. That's the nature of frequency. That's just the nature of the wave. I mean, we know science. You know, science, but science shows us, like, you know, you gotta lock in. Pardon me, I've been saying lock in. We gotta lock out. We gotta lock out. We gotta back up. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. We're doing too much. I'm sorry. You know, I don't want this to be confusing, but because it really can be, but that's not my intention. My intention is clarity. Clarity is simple. That's why we need to make things simple again. And all of it requires balance. And all of that. Why? Why balance? Why clarity? Why simplicity? Because joy. That's it. Joy. That's inherently what you get. Reality is joy. Like, that's the foundation. Like, that's the experience. The experience of being, the experience of existing. Not existing. The experience of existence is joy. That's the goal. I mean that's what everybody wants, because nobody is the body. Let me try not to get off topic again. Like I said, you know, there's so much I can say, not much that I want to say, because I don't want to ruin the experience for, you know, part of the experience is the journey towards the joy, the journey towards it. Like, part of, like, that's, you know, we value that. We really do. That's why we can't just accept the truth. It's because, no, we wanna build up to it. We're building something. We're building up to it. We can't just fly to the truth. We can't. Like, we have to build up to it. You know, Humans can't fly. You know, we just have to look at what's around us as the example. You know, inner reflects outer. Like as within, so without. As above, so below. As within heaven, so shall it be. As it is in heaven, so shall it be on the earth. It's a reflection. It's I'm getting off topic again. But yes, we all want joy. The body doesn't want joy. Have you ever noticed that? The body doesn't want joy. The body can want anything. The body can want addiction. The body can want pleasure. The body can want pain. The body can want suffering. The body can want disease, sickness. The body can want these things. We, as consciousness, we don't want these things. Consciousness doesn't want these things. Consciousness wants better. That's why there's so much pressure to transcend. Everybody, oh yeah, we're just going to digitize our consciousness so we don't have to deal with all the bodily stuff. And it's like, yeah, you know, that's a great idea, but now you got to deal with digital shit. Like, it's just, you're just in, you know, out of the frying pan into the pot, the boiling pot of water. Like, it's just, I don't know how we don't see it. We're not the body. I don't know why we keep acting as if we are these bodies, these physical things, and then, oh no, we're gonna die. No, the body is going to die. We don't, like, I'm getting off topic. This needs to be a separate video. We're not the body. We don't want what the body wants. We want joy. We want peace. The body doesn't necessarily want these things. And so it's like we're on a constant tug of war with our body. I want to go this way. The body says, but I've been programmed to go this way. So we got to fight our own programming. We got to reprogram our minds. And we do that by relaxing, by unwinding our tightly wired minds. And we do that through simplicity. What did I say before? Simplicity, balance, and I can't remember the third thing I said. Please go back in the video. Hopefully you wrote it down. I'll probably put like a annotation or something, like, you know, just, or maybe in the description, the 3 things or something. We have to go back. We have to go back. We have to go back. Not backwards, but back. Back in. Not backwards, back in. We have to go back in. We're too out. We're out in the world. Whatever this world shit is. We're in the body. We are in the body. We are experiencing the body first. The body is the first experience. And that's where we get our sense of self. Because consciousness's first experience is an individuated vessel. And so it thinks, oh, this is what I am. I am all this body. I am all this body. No, we're beyond the body. The body, we don't even know where the body is. Floating on a rock in space. Like, come on, bro, come on. It's like, yeah, sure, we can talk about it, but realistically, that's not important. That's not important. Like, why are we thinking that that's important? That's not going to change anything. That's going to lead to nihilism. It's going to lead to solipsism. It's going to lead to all these isms. And it's like, bro, just take the S out. Take the S out, and what are you left with? Take the S out of ism. What are you left with? I am. And I will leave you with that. Peace and love and joy always. That's what we're seeking. Realize it now. Ashe. Amen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Love y'all. Peace.